Alright, Shalom, this is the I.S.U.P.K, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohanna.
Right.
You know what I mean? He has to teach blacks and Hispanics the truth according to the Bible. That according to the Bible, you are the real Jews. You are the same Hebrews that walked through the Red Sea with Moses. You know what I mean? Us at the I.S.U.P.K, we have lots of things going on. Every Monday night, 2 a.m. After midnight, make sure you log into Commanding General Yohanna's radio show. From Tuesday to Fridays, we have online classes. 12 midnight brotherhood class. Wednesday, the law class. Thursday, scripture breakdown by General Muhammad, where it goes into all the breakdowns. Any questions you have, make sure you bring it to that class. Then we have Friday also, which is the Lashawan Kodash, meaning the holy tongue. Make sure you learn your native tongue. Black man, you didn't start off knowing English or French or Spanish. The Lashawan Kodash is your native tongue, and we teach that free of charge at the I.S.U.P.K. Friday, 12 a.m. Make sure you log in. Also, make sure you pay your tithes, 10% of anything you earn. If you earn £100, make sure you pay £10 to the Lord. You know what I mean? If you earn £10, make sure you give 10 pence to the Lord.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you earn £1, want that penny as well. You know what I mean? That money belongs to the Most High. The same way you wouldn't eat pork, the same way you wouldn't be a homosexual, the same way you have to pay those tithes. Now, as we all know, you know, and all these Muslims are fasting. You know what I mean? So we're going to go into some history of where it started from, where it came from. Obviously, we know Islam is a false religion, and Allah is not the God of the Bible. But we're going to go into some history and find out where they get this Ramadan fasting season from. So, Prash, if you could, about 2 minutes.
Out of Babylon to Timbuktu, the 49th page, Muhammad tried to construct his religion as closely as he could after the Jew religion.
There you go. So we are the Jews according to the Bible, and we have a way of life. We don't eat pork. And it said Muhammad tried to construct his new religion closest to ours. We don't eat pork. That's why they don't eat pork. Our women cover up. That's why their women cover up. If it wasn't for us, all these laws that the Muslims follow, they wouldn't know about it. The Muslims will be celebrating, they would worshiping 360 gods a year. They'll be homosexuals running around. But because of our laws, because Muhammad copied our laws, that's why they don't eat pork. That's why they don't believe in homosexuality. That's why they say they don't believe in idols. Meanwhile, they got idols in Mecca because Muhammad constructed his new religion closest to ours.
Also, if I could, they don't eat pork, but they eat like camelback, like the fat off a camelback, or snakes. They fry them up.
That's right. That's right. They copied our religion, but didn't copy it good enough. They can eat pork. In Saudi Arabia, they eat camel. They claim they're not homosexuals, but in their country, homosexuals is big. They sleep with animals as well, bestiality. In their religion, it says that if you need to eat pork, you're starving, you can eat pork. You know what I mean? It's like when I say something.
Yeah, they hold hands a lot in their countries, even like countries like Turkey, which not necessarily like, you wouldn't think of them as like Pakistanis or something, yeah? Like they walk around holding hands like it's not, and then me and you never walk holding hands.
You know how I know that line? When a Pakistani girl told me that slavery, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
So in Pakistan, they hold hands across the road.
Yeah, all the time.
And so it's a norm?
Yeah.
He favored the Jews by accepting many of their laws and traditions.
And he's accepted a lot of our traditions. You know what I mean? And you're gonna find out that Ramadan is one of the traditions that he copied from us. We learn.
When the Jews refused to be converted, he commanded his followers to stop turning to the holy city of Jerusalem in prayer.
There you go. So everyone knows, you know, according to the Bible, we pray towards Jerusalem, which is the east. And again, being a copycat, you know what I mean? He copied that and said that his followers would pray towards Mecca instead of Jerusalem, and tried to force this garbage religion on us. Tried to force it on us, and when we rejected him, he had the nerve to get mad. Read on that.
But rather turned to the city of Mecca.
There you go. We prayed towards Jerusalem, and because we rejected his new religion, he got angry and said, you know what, I want my followers to pray towards Mecca instead. Read on.
He changed the Jew day of Yom Kippur.
And there you go, the day of Yom Kippur. That's the Yiddish. The real pronunciation is Yom Kippur. You change the day. That's a fast day that the Jews have. You have a 24-hour fast. We have no water, no food for 24 hours. He changed that day. Read.
And the day of atonement, which he accepted for the month of Ramadan.
And that's where we get the month of Ramadan from. We have one day where we fast. We don't eat nothing. And he copied that and made a month of Ramadan, which ain't even a fast. How long? Like 23 hours. And the other 2 hours to eat food and do it again tomorrow. That's not even a 24-hour fast. But he copied that and put his little spin on it and called it Ramadan. Read that again now.
Right. He changed the Jewish day, Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement.
Day of Atonement. This is the day where we atone for our sins. All the sins that we've done throughout the year. We will fast. We will fast, you know what I mean? And the Most High will forgive us. And the next year we'll try to sin less and less. That was the Day of Atonement. Atone means to make peace. It's a day where we made peace with the Most High for all the sins that we've done throughout the whole year. And this man stole our heritage. The same way the white man stole our heritage. The same way every nation steals everything that belongs to us. He stole it and put his little spin on it. Read.
Which he accepted for the month of Ramadan.
And they put a little twist on it. For 30 days they fast for like 23 hours. They stole that from us. Give me Leviticus 16 and 31. This is the day that he stole from us. This is your heritage, black man, which they stole from you. How are you a black man who's a Muslim following something that they stole from you? Following them, looking up to them like they're something special. When this same Ramadan that you're following, they stole it from you and put their spin on it. This belongs to you, black man. Leviticus 16:31.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 31. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls by a statute forever.
All right, give me 30, please.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 30. For on that day shall the priest make an atonement for you to cleanse you.
So the priest will make an atonement. You'll kill a lamb for you. You'll kill a lamb. You know what I mean? The Bible says there's no redemption of sins without bloodshed. Right. So the priest will kill a goat to cleanse you, to make atonement for you. Read.
That ye may be clean from all your sins before the Lord. Read. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you.
And this day is a Sabbath day. You know what I mean? No servile work. If you're a fisherman, on this day you can't fish. If you're a baker, on this day you can't bake. Read.
And ye shall afflict your souls.
And in this day that ye shall afflict your soul. This is the day that he stole from you. This is the day that they copied and these Muslims stole from you and called it month of Ramadan. Read.
By a statute forever.
And a statute forever. You know what I mean? Because black people think that we're niggers and we think that we're Africans. That's how these Muslims get to steal your holy days and put their spin on it. This day is written in the Bible where you should afflict your souls. Give me Isaiah 58 and find out what it means to afflict your soul. So, Crush, you know what verse is exactly what?
Verse 3.
Should I get 58 and 3?
Right.
Well, I can go. Yeah, kind of. The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 3. Wherefore have we fasted?
Wherefore have we what?
Fasted.
We fast. Fast means to eat nothing. Don't eat no fluid, no solid food. That's fasting. Read.
Say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul?
We have what?
Afflicted our soul.
And it's explained to you how you afflict your soul. You afflict your soul by fasting. And this is the day. This book of Isaiah and the book of Leviticus was written long before Muhammad was even born. And these Arabs stole your holy days, put their spin on it, just like they steal everything else. Just how they steal not eating pork. Just like they still praying with your hands open. Just like how the white man says he's a so-called Jew living in your land. They steal everything from us. Well, you read it from me again. I'm going to go in some scriptures about our leaders and our pastors.
Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure and exact all your labours.
Okay, drop that. So give me Deuteronomy 16 and 18.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 18.
Let me get the images so I can. So they go into a few scripts about our pastors that rule over us, the people we look up to, the blacks and Hispanics that's supposed to be ruling over us, supposed to be showing us the right way, supposed to be directing our footsteps. So they go into scripture, show you how they're worthless, and then they don't have the credentials to lead blacks and Hispanics.
That's right. Well, read that from you. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 18. Judges and officers shall thou make thee in all thy gates.
So the Moses said, in our gates, we had, back in the day, we had judges and officers, people that you will go to in time of need, people you will go to when times are hard, people you will go to if you need judgment or if you're stuck on something. If me and a brother had a fight over a car, people will go to people and they will have judgment and say, you know what, he deserves the car, this car belongs to him. The same way you watch Judge Judy and all them shows, when she make judgment between people. We had that in Israel. We had leaders. We had people we could go to. We had people that would feed us. We had that. We done.
Which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
And who give us?
The Lord thy God hath given thee.
And God gave us these judges. You know what I mean? There's no society on earth that don't have judges, don't have men in high authority, men of high rank. Every nationality, every kingdom has people you can go to, people above you to go to for judgment, go to when you can't assess a situation. We had that. While leaders are useless, read.
Throughout our tribes.
Throughout our tribes, Benjamin had their judges that they will go to. Levi had theirs. Naphtali had theirs. Ephraim had theirs. You know what I mean? All these religions and all these cultures and all these nations, they copy from us. We had this. We were set up properly. We had order. We had structure. Read.
And they shall judge the people with a just judgment.
And they will judge us with a just judgment. What does that mean? They wouldn't take bribes. They wouldn't be walking around with alligator shoes. Meanwhile, the people are poor.
Right.
They wouldn't be lying to our people, stealing men's wives in the church. They would judge you with just judgment. They wouldn't let a woman up because she's pretty. They wouldn't let a man up because he got money. You know what I mean? Creflo Dollar, people know he's a thief. People know that Creflo Dollar's a crook. But because they like him and they got the nice alligator shoes and that nice silk suit, people let him up because they're not dealing with just judgment as the Lord said in the Bible. We done?
Thou shalt not wrest judgment.
Don't rest. Short for wrestle. Don't fight judgment. If all the evidence is pointing to this man saying he's a thief, if all the evidence shows that he's a thief, don't rest with it. Don't wrestle it and say, you know what, he's not a thief, man. You know what I mean? This black glove, the black glove was, is dropped on the floor by someone else. You know what I mean? So if you don't fix him, don't wrestle judgment. That's what people do today. Because the man is so-and-so, the son of blah, 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 this high priest, people will rest judgment and won't lock him up because they respect our persons. But we're commanded not to do that way in the Bible. Read.
Thou shalt not respect persons.
And don't respect person. Just because a man got that nice car outside and he's the son of so-and-so, don't let him up. If he's a murderer, he deserves to be in jail. You know what I mean? If he's a thief, he deserves to be in jail. And just because a man got the baggy jeans and the braids, don't throw him in jail. If it's innocent, read on.
Neither take a gift.
And a gift means a bribe. Don't take a gift. And that's what our people do today. You know what I mean? When times are hard and the white man kills one of our people in the streets and our people are ready to riot, what happens? Here comes Creflo Dollar or Al Sharpton. The white man gives him a gift and says, yo, go calm your people down, man. They're about to riot now, you know. And what does he do? He comes on the ITV news and says, yo, guys, we don't want no riots around here, man. Stop, man. You know what I mean? 2 rounds will make a riot. Let's not fight fire with fire. He takes a gift. He takes a bribe. Read.
For a gift to blind the eyes of the wise.
And it blinds the eyes of the wise. A wise man can see the judgment. He can see the evidence. But after that gift, you know, he turns a blind eye. He's like, yo, I don't see that DNA. I don't see that forensic evidence right there. I don't see, you know what I mean, the stain, the blood stain on your shoes or the blood stain on your hands. I don't see it. That gift blinds his eyes. Read that now.
And pervert the words of the righteous.
And it perverts the words of the righteous. When a witness comes to understand, he's supposed to say, you know what, I saw him do it. It was 12 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. But not when the gifts is involved, not when the bribes involved. What's that witness gonna say now? I didn't see nothing. You know, he was with me at 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? And that's what our leaders are become nowadays. Our leaders don't do righteous judgment. Our leaders tell us to calm down, don't riot. When it's just right to be angry when a black man gets killed by the police. It's right to be angry when you see a black man thrown in the back of a police van for nothing. It's right when you're angry because every Ghana gets choked out to death. It's just right. But our pastors take bribes, our leaders take bribes, and they want to calm us down, keep us at the bottom. They take that bribe money and they don't even give it to us. They buy a bigger house with that. They feed their family with that. But we, our family, all blacks and Hispanics, our family. So how are you going to be selfish and just take care of your family? Meanwhile, the rest of us are starving. We don't know.
That which is altogether just shall thou follow, that thou mayest live and inherit the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not plant thee any thou shalt not plant thee a grove of any trees near unto the altar of the Lord thy God.
All right, drop that. Give me Jeremiah 3:15.
Nah, yeah, I got a scripture just off the back of that about not taking any reward or any gifts.
No problem. Well, what scripture?
Deuteronomy 10th chapter and the 17th verse.
10 and 17.
All
right, one second. All right, cool. When you ready?
All right. For the Lord your God is God of gods and the Lords of lords.
There you go. So your God, he's a God of gods. You know what I mean? He's above. The word God then means power or authorities or rulers. He's above all these MPs. We are judges in our land and kings in our land, and the Lord is above them. We done?
A great God, a mighty and a terrible God, which regardeth not person.
And our God don't regard persons. I know a lot of you will let a woman off because she's pretty. You know what I mean? You let a man off because he's rich. You let a man off because he's nice to talk to. You know, he got jokes or king. You know what I mean? The Lord don't regard persons. You know what I mean? If you're a cool homosexual, like there's this.
I don't think so.
But if you're a cool homosexual, the Lord will judge you. You know what I mean? If you're a pretty whore, the Lord will judge you. He don't regard persons. If you're a rich homosexual, if you're a rich adulteress, if you're a rich fornicator, the Lord will judge you. You know what I mean? It don't necessarily mean death, but the Lord will judge you because he don't regard persons. He don't care. Read.
Nor taketh reward.
And our God don't take rewards. No amount of money can make God not judge you when you're wrong. No amount of gold can make the Most High not judge you when you're wrong. You know what I mean? The Most High, he don't care about looks, status. I think the God of gods, status better than him. You ain't got no money which can satisfy him. You know, he don't regard he not respect to a person, and he don't regard money. So any questions?
Allah. Just a little more. But he doth execute the judgment.
But God execute judgment. You're a homosexual, you will get judgment. That judgment could be AIDS, you know what I mean? It could be STDs. You're a thief, you could get locked in jail, you could get shot, could get killed. But all that executes judgment. You can't bribe him, you can't pay him off and be like, God, you know what? Please let it slide. You read in the Bible, King David tried that. King David sinned and tried to beg the Lord to, you know, let him go. And he was judged. You know what I mean? The Lord did not let him go. But drop that. Give me a Jeremiah 3:15 when you're ready.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
So the time's coming. We're going to get pastors according to the Lord's heart. How do you know what the Lord thinks? How do you know what the Lord considers good? How do you know what the Lord considers bad? That's his Bible. This is how you know what the Lord loves. This is how you know what the Lord hates. When you pick up this Bible and you read that the Lord don't want you to eat pork, the Lord don't like homosexuality, doesn't like whoredom,
right.
The Lord wants you to pay tithes. That's how you find the mind of the Most High in this Bible. Not by going to your pastor, not by going to your grandma, or the theologian, seminary school, by picking up this Bible. That's how you find the heart of the Most High. The word heart means mind. Read that again from the top.
And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
And the Most High going to give us pastors, leaders, according to his heart, according to this Bible. They're going to give you pastors that will read this Bible and show you it's wrong to be a homosexual. Pastors that will read this Bible and show you it's wrong to be a whore. It's wrong to have abortions. That can go in this Bible and break down the prophecies. Not pastors that tell you it's just make money. It's okay to sell drugs. Just give me some of that tithe money. The Lord knows your heart. Not pastors that's gonna marry two homosexuals. Pastors according to the Most High's heart. That's what the Most High wants. Read that again.
And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
That's what the Most High gonna do. Give you pastors according to His heart. You know what I mean? These pastors nowadays, you don't follow them because they follow the Bible. People follow T.D. Jakes. Listen to his sermons. They're too busy reading his books. You know what I mean? Perhaps if you can, give me the name of some of T.D. Jakes' books and that.
The Power of Love.
I think there's something there, you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let me go get something.
Grab it on Google something.
What? In here?
Yeah, read it out for me.
Yeah. Alright. That's exactly done.
Just do that for me. Let me know what you think.
Alright, T.D. Jakes. What? Reposition of yourself.
So these are T.D. Jakes' books.
Reposition of yourself.
So what's that got to do with, you know, the Most High's heart? The Most High said you pastors according to the Bible. So what's this man writing a book for about reposition of yourself? And our people buy that? Give me the next one.
Before you do.
So this man got a list of these silly books. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, black people are dying out there. Give me the next one.
Your instincts.
What's the man talking about? The Most is talking about he's gonna give us pastors according to his heart. Meanwhile, T.D. Jakes got books called Your Instincts, The Time and Life of T.D. Jakes. Now read that again now.
And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
Read.
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
That will feed you with knowledge and understanding. That will open this Bible. They're not going to read about a book called T.D. Jakes' Life and Understanding before you do. They're going to read this Bible, give you understanding, show you why you're in the ghetto, show you how to come out the ghetto, show you how to raise your kids, show you how to get that loudmouth black woman to be quiet and be a loving woman. You know what I mean? Show you how to get off drugs, show you how to get the suicidal thoughts out of your head. That's the pastors the Most High raising up, not pastors that are gonna flood W.H. Smith with their foolish books, have black people reading their books. Look at some of these books, man. So you call yourself, lose that, man. See, it's ridiculous, you know what I mean? It's some madness.
I got someone Creflo, da da da.
All right, hold that. We'll get there in a minute. Right. Yeah, don't play this man too much. Give me Isaiah 9:16.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16.
Let me get there. Yeah, go on.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
For the leaders of this people, which are blacks and Hispanics, Native Indians, the people we look up to, the people in high stature, the people who lead our people, who's supposed to feed us with knowledge that the book of Isaiah spoke about, the people that's supposed to judge between us and show us how we're going off. They cause the error. They cause to go off. They tell us it's okay to be a homosexual. God knows your heart and what happens to us. AIDS, we become #1 in AIDS in England and in America and all over the world because the leaders of our people caused the error. They didn't teach us the right way. So I can read that again.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
And they caused the error. You know what I mean? All the black women are walking around half naked in the streets. Why aren't they teaching them to put clothes on? Why aren't they teaching these black women to stop sleeping around? And for that cause, our people error. Our people think it's okay. All we got to do is put money in the collection plate. All we got to do is turn up on Sunday. Got to be the good people. That's what our people think. Our people don't know what it even means to be good because our leaders don't teach us nothing. They cause us to error. That's why the ghetto is the way it is. We could be the ghetto could be a beautiful place. We could be poor, but still have morals, still have love for one another. But because these pastors have to love white people, and we give all the love to white people and hate our own people, and that's why at the bottom, because they cause us the error. You know what I mean? If you talk about the white man, straight away your pastor will say, listen, that's done away with, man. God forgives. Meanwhile, in the same church, you got black people talking about one another, talking about each other's hat, talking about, oh, that sister there did this sister there did that. You know what I mean? Our leaders cause us the error. One more time, man.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
Read.
And they that are led of them are destroyed.
And they that led of them are destroyed. Error. And the people that follow these people, the people that read T.D. Jakes' book, the people that log into the God channel, what happens to them? They hear T.D. Jakes saying it's okay to be a homosexual, no one's perfect, and they end up getting the AIDS. They hear T.D. Jakes saying, woman, thou art loose. So they go out there and get a new man. They end up with AIDS. They end up becoming whores. You know what I mean? They teach our kids, you know what I mean? If your parents that they don't have to respect their parents no more, end up in prison. Our people see cripples that are running on money and counting stacks of money, and they go out there and try to get money for themselves and try to steal, try to sell drugs, because they want that same life cripple dollar has. And what happens? They end up in jail. They end up dead or beaten by the police. Because our leaders cause us the error. Every nation got leaders, and their leaders. Look at us and Gaddafi. Gaddafi loves his people. Look at people like Akon. Akon loves his people. He made the little money he got from that laptop tune. He took that money and built houses for his people, fixed them up. What do our leaders do for us? Nothing. They cause us the error. They use us. They take bribes. So I can't drop that then. Give me Zechariah 11.
And
10, yeah, 11, 10.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 10. And I took my staff, even beauty. It's like verse 5. Book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them?
And it says, whose possessors slay them? Who's the possessors of the blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians? You know, whose language are we speaking now? Who do we pay tax to? Who do we pay our rent to? You know what I mean? Who do we vote for? Even though you shouldn't vote, who do blacks and Hispanics vote for? Who's in 10 Downing Street over us? Who's the possessor of blacks and Hispanics? Anyone online want to answer that question? Am I online?
Yeah, got people online.
Give you 20 seconds to answer that. Who possesses black people? Who rules over them? Who do we answer to? You know what I mean? Whose face is on that money? No one yet, huh?
No, it's at that point now.
Oh, a bit of a delay.
Yeah. Alright, we got it. GEN.YAHANNA said Esau.
There you go. The
Trooper,
white.
sorry.
Yeah.
Trooper Taldat said the devil.
There you go. Which is the white man. The white man rules over us. So read that again for me out. 11 and 5.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them?
And our possessors slay us, man. If you don't believe me, ask Eric Garner, who was choked to death in New York. Ask Mark Duggan, who was shot dead in Tottenham. You know what I mean? Ask Jermaine Baker. You know what I mean? Ask all the 99 million black people that were thrown overboard. Our possessors slay us. They don't just oppress us, they slay us. Read.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they hold themselves not guilty. Whenever we are on them street speaking, what the white people say? It weren't me. I didn't slave you. It weren't me. Okay, fair enough. My ancestors did it, but it weren't me. I'm not guilty. Why should we have to pay anything? You know what I mean? You black people need to get over it. I'm not guilty. What did I do? I've never killed a black man. Our possessors slay us and hold themselves not guilty. They don't want to give us reparations. They don't want to give us a public sorry. You know what I mean? Every year, the Jews get 1 minute silence. 9/11 victims get 1 minute silence. The 7/7 bombings get 1 minute silence. And black people don't get no silence. You know what I mean? We don't get no silence at all. For our tragedies, nothing. World War II, they have poppy season. Where's our poppies, man? I mean, I want Black Man Day where we just want whatever with poppies on their shoulder, on their left hand side. We don't get that because our possessors slay us and hold themselves not guilty. You know what I mean? This is over now. It's done. Just go. No apology, no nothing. Just go now. Save you. We're around. Bye. We done?
And they that sell them say, "Blessed be the Lord."
And they that sell they say what?
Blessed be the Lord.
That's what you get, man. What's the British national anthem? God save the Queen. You know what I mean? God bless America. They that sell us say, "Blessed be the Lord." Read.
For I am rich.
There you go. They got the greatest country of us because they sold us. They oppressed us. You know what I mean? They slew us. And that's why they got the greatest country. And they're rich. We done?
And their own shepherds.
And our what?
Their own shepherds.
And our own shepherds, our own leaders. Even after we're slaves and the white man got the greatest economy, the riches, you know what I mean? You got the greatest entertainment system for slaving blacks and Hispanics. After all of that, our own shepherds read.
Pity them not.
Our own shepherds don't even care about us. After all of that, our own shepherds don't even care. Everyone heard about that gorilla incident, the little black boy grabbed and it's to his mom.
The kind of
So where's Al Sharpton? You know what I mean? the child ran away from his mom, went into the gorillas den, and they want to sue the mom, they want to sue the dad. I don't see Al Sharpton saying, "Nah, leave that black woman alone. It's not her fault. Leave her alone." I don't see TD Jakes. You know what I mean? Where's all these black leaders? The black woman's already in depression. Now she's more. They want to sue her. They probably want to put her behind bars. Where's these leaders popping up saying, leave her alone? You know why? Because they pity us not. Our leaders don't care. All the drugs that you see in London, all the drugs that you see in Aston, Harlem, New York. Where's our shepherd speaking about this? But whenever a riot kicks off and they don't want the white man's beautiful country to get trashed, then they come out and say, "Black people, calm down, man. Don't throw no bricks through no windows." Our shepherds pity us not. Anyone with eyes can see that black people are dying. Every day on the news, you see a black man dead with a needle in his vein. Where's our shepherds? Where's our leaders? They pity us not. That same black man, that same TD Jakes who you bought his book. You spent, you know what I mean? Black people don't earn as much. We don't earn that much money, and you took money out of your wage and bought his book. Where's he? Where is he talking about the homosexuality rate that is bad and it should stop? Where is he talking? Where is he? He's in a nice mansion. He ain't talking about black on black crime. He ain't talking about the drugs rate, the abortion rate. Our shepherds pity us not, Slacker.
Also, too, when it comes to topics like that, they don't like to talk about it because they don't want to upset the white man if they do say it as like they should. So whenever people ask them those kind of questions, they get well, they don't say yeah or they don't say no. You know?
Exactly. They don't even talk about it. These things, you're meant to be a man of God. You're meant to know this Bible. Everyone knows abortion is wrong. I've never seen a TD Jakes sermon talking about men in the black community. I've yet to see a TD Jakes sermon talking about it's wrong to take drugs. But yet, what do you get? Reading the books again.
Fine.
So
like books of TD Jakes.
So keep in mind, we don't see a sermon about drugs. We don't see a sermon about black on black crime, black people killing each other, homosexuality rate. But this is what we get from these leaders. These leaders that's supposed to help you get off drugs. This is the books you get from them.
You got healing the wounds of the past.
There you go. So we're supposed to remember slavery. We're supposed to want payback. But this man got a book called Healing the Wounds of the Past. So how are you supposed to want reparations? How are you supposed to want payback when you're reading a book called Healing the Wounds of the Past? Next one.
Reposition yourself.
Reposition yourself. You're on drugs now, you know what I mean? You need help. You know what I mean? You're visiting gangs. And this is the book you got to help you reposition yourself. Give me the next one.
You also got destiny.
So you're a man out there that's strong on weed. You can't put down weed. And this is the book you got to buy to help you get off weed. A book called Destiny. These pastors are useless. So I have something to say.
Just on the back of that, because another thing you brought up, yeah, the white man goes and shoots monkeys and lions and rhinos. Anyway, like it could be the last one on earth. They'll pay more than to kill him.
Exactly. Listen, you go to a white man's house, you see deer on the wall. So how come all of a sudden it's all considerate about a gorilla? They've been killing gorillas for years. Like they've been killing the dodo birds extinct because he killed them. The ox in America is extinct because he killed them. Now all of a sudden he's all compassionate. Since when was he compassionate about animals? You know what I mean? Like, white people always go in lion cages. It's a norm. The amount of times on YouTube I saw white men in lion cage, I'm like, oh, this man's stupid. And they killed the lion. Many times, all of a sudden now, because black kids in the, oh, this is ridiculous. Furthermore, yeah, Madeline went missing.
Oh.
Madeline went missing. And where was her parents when she went missing? Where were they? That's child neglect. Why are they in prison? They left the child in Spain and went downstairs for drinks, was it? Left the child in Spain. Why ain't they locked up? Why are they dragging up their father's past? Me personally, I think they did it. They're too calm for me. But no, they ain't dragging up their past. Now, children do dumb stuff. The amount of time children ran the road, the amount of time, are fake from home, or done dumb stuff for the child. The child went in the lion's cage somehow, the gorilla cage somehow, and the mom's a bad parent. You know what I mean? It's neglect. Meanwhile, Madeline went missing in Spain, and this went. Britain took their best forensic science evidence, went over to Spain and tried their best to find her. And this black guy basically should have died. You know what I mean? Next time, it's the mom's fault. Don't put me in a cage. You know what I mean? They would have been happy if the boy died, as long as they don't kill and with Silverback. Come on. So I can say.
Yeah, there was one video where a man, he was a white man, he tried to be like Daniel So he had a bar in his hand, and he went into the lion den, and the lion tore him up, and they had to end up killing it. He tried to read the book of Daniel for lions.
There you go.
And the lions ate him.
White people going to lion cage ain't nothing new. The man tells you white people go to lion cages. Kevin Cat Williams had a joke about it. About when the white man went to the lion's cage and they killed the lion, and people like, oh, you should have killed it. People was stitching on the tiger and stuff. So it's nothing new. But all of a sudden now, it's neglect. But white people been neglecting their children, man. All right, give me Zechariah 11 and 5 again.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds.
And our own shepherds? These are our shepherds. This ain't the white man. This ain't the Chinese man. These are black people. Some of them grew up in the ghetto like us. You know what I mean? They got their come up. And look what happens, read.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
And they don't pity us. They don't pity black people. But when the tsunami happens, then we should all chip in and put money and give to the Japanese. You know what I mean? When some natural disaster happens in India, you see them on the news saying, black man, everyone chip in some money and send to them. Meanwhile, in their own country, their own people starving. In their own country, the baby in a lion's cage, in a gorilla's cage, and she has a mother who's poor already, and they want to prosecute her. They don't want to help them people, but they want to help people who don't speak the language, people who not their brothers, you know what I mean? People who they have no ties to want to help them. You know what I mean? These are not the same people that the Most High set up in the beginning. These pastors are useless. And you don't get no pastors. There's no leaders for black people but in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
Now give me Isaiah 56.
Alright, which one? Isaiah 56
and 10.
Isaiah 56 and 10. His watchmen are blind.
And our watchmen are blind. What's a watchman for? Does anyone know what a watchman for?
That's the
No, a watchman is like, in ancient times, you have a high tower, and a man will be on that high tower. And if he saw from miles away people coming with horses and chariots, he'll blow the horn. But what good is a watchman if he's blind? Right. Why should he be in that high tower? Why should he be up there watching if he's blind? And that's what we got. We got people in high positions, people who got money, they got connections, they can make that phone call, they can phone George Bush, they can phone David Cameron, but they're blind. They're in high positions for no reason. That's what we got. Our watchmen are blind. Read.
They are all ignorant.
And the word ignorant means not to know. A lot of black people use that out of context, means not to know. They are ignorant. They don't even know the Bible. How to fix black people. They ain't got a clue. These people who we got in the office, they don't have a clue. If you told Creflo that, okay, here's the money. I want to, you know what I mean? Here's 10 mil. I want to see just Philadelphia clean. He couldn't do it. He's ignorant. He just don't know. He don't know the Bible. He don't know Christ. He don't know how to fix black people. He don't know where to start. Our watchmen are ignorant. They ain't got a clue. Read on.
They are all dumb dogs.
They're dumb dogs. The word dumb today means stupid. But the original word for dumb means someone that can't speak. You ever heard the term dumb and deaf? And our watchmen are dumb dogs. You go to any warehouse or any mechanic place. What do they have in that mechanic place? They got a Rottweiler in there. And what's that Rottweiler for? Any thieves, you know what I mean? Any sign of any intruder. That dog's barking. But our watchmen, they're dumb dogs. The dogs that can't even bark. The dumb dogs are there for no reason. Read on.
They cannot bark.
And they can't bark. Our leaders should be barking. The abortion rate's through the roof. Why are you not barking? You know what I mean? The murder rate's through the roof. Why are you not barking? But you know what they are barking about? Give me some of the books again. Give me some of the books. Give me some of the books again, man. This what they should be barking about: the abortion rate, the drugs rate, the black on black crime rate. But the dumb dogs that are barking like this, that's why you won't see a sermon about adultery. You won't see a sermon about black on black crime. But this is what you will see.
TD Jakes, before you do
some more.
TD Jakes, your instincts in action.
Give me the next one.
TD Jakes, he emotions.
He emotions. Oh my God. Hold on. It's really bad, man. When he emotions, male emotions.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man. That's a homosexual one. So carry on.
Start from the top.
Right. His watchmen are blind.
And our leaders are blind. You know what I mean? Anyone who weren't blind will see the abortion rate, see the black on black crime rate, see our women walking around half naked, see that our women jump from man to man to man, how black men have sex with a woman just one time and throw away. They will see that, but our watchmen ain't blind. Outside, it's like our watchmen, the people that we look up to, the people that are over us, the people that have the connections, they are blind. That's why they're too busy talking about let's give money to Africa, let's give aid unto India, because they're blind, read on.
They are all ignorant.
And they don't know this Bible, they don't know how to fix black people, they don't know how we got in the state, how to get out of the state. Read.
They are all dumb dogs.
And they are dumb dogs. All these, look at the incident about the black baby in the gorilla cage. They ain't talking about that. They ain't showing black. Look, they ain't saying black. Look, these people hate you. Your child is in a gorilla cage, and they're saying the gorilla must live. They ain't saying that because they're dumb dogs. Read.
They cannot bark.
And they don't bark. Black people are in danger. Black people are in danger. Eric Garner was killed by the police. Martin Duggan killed by the police. They ain't talking about this. They're not barking. They are dumb dogs. And the dog is to alert you in times of danger. They're not doing this. They should be telling us, look, black man, you know what I mean? These white men are out to get you. You know, they're out to get you. They be gentrifying us, for gentrifying our neighborhoods. They're killing our brothers. They're turning our men to homosexuals. But these pastors ain't barking about this. They ain't alarming us about this. But they're talking about heat emotions and stuff. We done.
Sleeping.
And they sleep. They're asleep, man. When times are hard, you got that Rottweiler. What, you need him awake? You don't need him sleeping. We done.
Lying down.
Read.
Loving to slumber.
Loving to slumber means sleep. You know that term, slumber party. They're asleep. We need them awake. We need to be alarmed. We need that watchman. But our watchmen are asleep. You know what I mean? They can't help us. We done?
Yea, they are greedy dogs.
And they're greedy dogs, man. As you know, you just read a couple of them T. Jakes books. You think the books are free? You think the books are cheap? You think the company, you think they knock on your door and give you them books for free? Giving them out. They're greedy dogs. Greedy. To get them men to come to your congregation, you got to pay top dollar. You know what I mean?
So like also to me, I've read some of the books in the past, and there's not even a Bible verse in it, or when there is, it's totally out of context. Like that didn't even make sense within what you're even on about. It's something totally out.
Now one scripture in there, or his opinion, what he thinks, how he thinks life should be. So I can read that.
They are greedy dogs, which can never have enough.
And they can't have enough. The amount of books you think that T.D. Jakes sold, you think you have enough? Now you can buy DVDs. You know what I mean? Now you can buy sermons. Now you got to pay money for him. Now you got to pay money to fly him out to come to your church. They can't have enough. They want all the money. The amount of money we gave to this man. The amount of money we gave to Farrakhan in the Million Man March. They can't have enough. Read on.
And they are shepherds.
They're shepherds, they're leaders, people we go to. You know, we can't do this ourselves. We got leaders. When things happen in the Asian community, they go to their leaders, their MPs, and their MPs sort it out. The Asian man got power, man. The Asian man, I'm gonna show you how much power Asian people got. Asian people are so powerful. They went to their leaders, and now you're in Nando's, they say halal chicken in Nando's, and Nando's a multi-million pound business. And the Indian man's so powerful, he got respect for them. The MPs went to them, and the white man goes, you know what? Okay, we'll sell that. You know, Subway down the road sells halal chicken because they got respect, and they're united. And the white man looks at them with respect, but the white man feels so cheap of us. We could never go to them and say we want jerk chicken in KFC. We want jerk chicken in KFC. We laugh in our face. Then he will laugh in our face. You go to you tell him, I want McDonald's to sell sorrow for drinks. He will laugh in your face. But the Indian man's so powerful. He got leaders that care. He got that. You're a Muslim man in England, which is a Christian country, and you got benefits. You got so much respect. The white people, you know what? You gotta give him. And we don't get none of that. You go to Pier Gym in Smethwick, they got a section just for women alone, because the Muslim MPs said that our women can't work out with the men, and now they got a section in there. You know what I mean? But all these are useless. Well, just fascinated with money and fame. Black people talk about, and do you know what Muhammad said? Black people talk about, well, we got Michael Jordan and Usain Bolt and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we do. The Indian man hasn't got that, but he gets his own menu on KFC. You know what I mean? He gets Nando's giving him chicken. He gets his own section in the gym. We got all these celebrities that can run fast, blah blah blah. But what have we got? Because black people are foolish. We focus about fame, but they focus on respect. And they get we got fame, we got respect. Like you read on.
We can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand.
And our shepherds just can't understand. All they understand is money and CD sales and book sales. They can't understand. Read.
They all look to their own way.
And they all look to their own way. Our leaders all got their own way. Farrakhan got his Muslim way. TD Jakes got his Christian way. Creflo Dollar got his running on money way. Then you got people like Michael Jordan. People look up to him like, wow, I want to be like him. What does he think about the situation? He got his basketball way. They all got their own way. There's only one way to get black people out of slavery, and that's the Lord. You know what I mean? That's Jesus Christ. That's to get black people out of slavery.
That's right.
You got Michael Jordan saying, you know, kids, just keep your head down, get them grades up. That's the way. You got Farrakhan saying, yeah, just bow down to this rock, be a Muslim. That's the way. Everyone got their own way. That's the problem. Muslims, Pakistanis are united. They're all Muslims, all got one way. They have respect. The white man got respect for them. They're able to have their own mosque funded by the government. You know what I mean? We can't get that. You know what I mean? A Somali woman had a female circumcision, you know, on the NHS. That's because the white man respects them. They got good shepherds, man. They got good leaders. We don't have that. You know what? I don't think there's even a black MP in Birmingham, to be honest. The white man speaks on our behalf. It's like a fish off, though.
They look everyone to their own way. Everyone for his game.
Everyone for his game. Farrakhan got his million-man march. A million black men in one march, and everyone gives £1. That's £1 million, you know. And you know, people get £5 more. You know what I mean? And where's that money go to?
Nothing.
There was two or 3 million marches, you know. I know the recent one the other day, and black people are still waiting for that bus. You know what I mean? Black people still working a dead-end job. He could have opened his own bus service, which hires black drivers, picks up black people. So where that money go to? So I can read that part again.
They all look to their own way. Everyone for his game.
His own game, yeah. Everyone to his game. Creflo wants that money to run on. Farrakhan wants that money. Creflo wants that helicopter on top of his mansion. So all got their own game, read.
On his quarter.
All right, drop that. Give Malachi 2:7.
Book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 7. So like that. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
Read that again.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
And this is what our priests should do. Their lips should keep knowledge. That's what their lips should be doing. They shouldn't be running around talking about it's okay if you're homosexual. You were made this way. God knows your heart. Yeah, your cleavage may be out, but you're a good woman. Their lips should keep knowledge. It shouldn't be their lips shouldn't be talking about a man's what do you call it? Man's emotion or emotion. Should be keeping knowledge. If you read that, it's going to show you what that knowledge is. Read. And they talking about that priest. Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
And the priest should be teaching the law. He should be teaching it's wrong to be a homosexual. It's wrong to rob from black people. It's wrong to extort black people. It's wrong to kill black people. Maybe if we taught this, then the drug rate in our communities wouldn't be so high. Maybe if we taught this, the abortion rate in our community wouldn't be so high. But they ain't teaching this, and that's why we're destroyed. We got terrible leaders, and it's been like this since the time of Malachi. We got terrible black leaders that care about gain. Gaddafi didn't care about gain. If Akon thought about gain, he would be in probably Madison Square Garden or something, spend his money. But he loves his people, and he don't care about gain. Gaddafi didn't care about gain. The money that they gave to him, he spent it on his people. All these Jamaican MPs and stuff, get the money, don't fix the roads. The roads, that's the cheapest thing an MP could do. At least fix the roads, man. All it is tarmac, you know. You know what I mean? They don't do that because they want all the money for themselves. They don't love their people. Give me Isaiah 5:1.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 1. Now I will sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard.
Actually, you don't drop the hold that, yeah? Give me Luke 7:36.
Book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 36. And one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with him.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So let's go into some history, talking about Jesus Christ. One of the Pharisees, Jesus Christ, to his house to eat with him. You know what I mean? We're going to show you that these pastors that you see today are nothing new. Christ dealt with them before. And as you read that, you're going to see, you know what? You might, as you read this, you might think of your own pastor. You might go, rah, he sounds like Pastor so-and-so. You know what I mean? This Pharisee acted like a pastor that you see today. And the Pharisees were leaders of our people. The Pharisees were a sect of people that our people will go to. Our people go to them for judgment, will go to them for help, will go to them for food, will go to them for advice. That was the Pharisees' job. They were the leaders of our people. And Christ sat down with the Pharisee. One of these same Pharisees, these religious leaders, invited Christ to eat with him in his house. 7:36, yeah? Right.
And he went into the Pharisee's house and sat down to meat.
So Christ went to the man's house and sat down at the table and did eat meat, yeah? Read.
And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner.
So a woman in that same city which the Pharisee lived, the same Pharisee that invited Christ to his house to eat food, a woman out of that same city, she met a stranger, she went far up, she's a woman in that same city, and she was a sinner. She probably made dumb mistakes in her life. She, you know what I mean? She probably whored about once or twice. She was a sinner, read.
When she knew that Jesus sat at meat.
So when this woman heard that Christ was in this man's house, read.
In the Pharisee's house.
In the Pharisees. So this woman, she heard that Christ was in this Pharisee's house, and Christ was in the same city. So she went to that house, read.
Brought an alabaster box of ointment.
So this woman heard that Christ was in this man's house, and she got an alabaster box. An alabaster box is a box made out of marble. She got that. In that box was full of ointment. Read.
And stood at his feet behind him, weeping.
And this woman went behind Christ and started weeping because she knew that she was a sinner. And she came pleading with Christ, begging for forgiveness. Read.
And began to wash his feet with tears.
And she was crying down and started crying at his feet to the point that her tears covered this man's feet. Read.
And they wiped them with the hairs of her head.
And with the hairs of her head, she wiped the same tears off his feet. Read on.
And kissed his feet and anointed them with the ointment.
So that same ointment, she took ointment, put it on his feet. You know when black men are traveling sometimes, like sandals on, his feet get a bit ashy and stuff, you know what I mean? She got good ointment, like, it's like you're getting your best ointment, and you know your gifts. You put it on his feet, but that ointment is for someone special, you know what I mean? She gave it to Christ. Read.
Now, when the Pharisee, which had bidden him, saw it, he spake with himself, saying,
so one second, this Pharisee saw this woman using some good ointment on Christ's feet, you know what I mean, hugging him up, crying on him, asking for forgiveness. The Pharisee saw this, it looked him like, read on.
Saying, this man, if he were a prophet.
So he's saying, yo, this man was a prophet like he says he was. Read.
Would have known who and what manner of woman this is.
So he's saying basically, if this man's a holy prophet like he says he was, he would know that this girl's a sinner, man. Like, he would know what kind of type of woman this is. Read on.
That toucheth him.
So he's saying, this man's supposed to be some big prophet. You know what I mean? I saw him heal the dead. I saw him heal the sick, give the blind vision, and make some disgusting sinner touch him. Does this man, if he's a prophet like he says he is, he should know what kind of woman this is? And that should pass it today, man.
Right.
That should pass it today. You dare go in that Christian church in baggy jeans and then half of your braids undone. And see, everyone will look at you crazy, look at you weird. We'll let the white man go in there with his clean face, you know what I mean, with his suit on. They'll welcome him with welcome arms. And that's why the church got shut up in North Carolina.
That's right.
What's his name? Dylan Roof. Because black people are too busy looking at their own brother, looking at him like, how you gonna go to church like that, man? Come on, man. You don't call me like these. Meanwhile, the white man can walk in and kill you. That's the same leaders we got today. The two fascinated with looks. His job, instead of him seeing this woman like, we should discuss this, Prasha, what was this man supposed to do? What was his job to do?
His job was to correct her.
Exactly. His job to make her not be a sinner, not look at her like, you know what I mean? Like we homosexuals a bit, we're hard on them. But if a homosexual comes to camp and he's willing to learn, we blast him. No, we let him know that being homosexual is wrong, and you must change from this. It's a disgusting lifestyle. God don't agree with it. That's what this pastor was supposed to be doing. But instead, he's just sitting back scorning there. Like, oh man, this guy's a whore, man. You know what I mean? And that's what we get today. You know what I mean? A black man, you know, he might be a gunman, come off the road. He wants to learn about God. He comes to the church. What happens? Everyone looks at him funny. These are our leaders. In that change, these are our black leaders. But you read that again.
Now the Pharisee which had bidden him saw it, and he spoke with himself, saying, This man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman this is that toucheth him.
So he said, this man was a man of God. He would know what kind of nasty woman this is that touched him. Like he's saying, this woman could never touch me. She couldn't come close to me. When what is your job? Why are you put there? Are you put there to floss and go like you're nice? You're put there to fix people like this.
That's right.
You're put there to stop homosexuals from being homosexuals, stop women from having abortions, stop men from sleeping around other women's wives. That is your job. But instead, just kicking back like, oh, I'm up there. These are down there, man. You know what I mean? They can't par with me. Your job is to fix them, and that's our pastors today. And nothing changed.
That's right.
Okay, what verse you at?
Halfway through 39.
All right, give me that.
For she is a sinner.
She's a what?
She is a sinner.
You're like, oh, she's a sinner? Like, why are you sitting there with her for? Can't read that.
Verse 40. And Jesus answering said unto him, Simon, have I somewhat to say unto thee?
So Christ said, Simon, I got something to say to you now. You know what I mean? I got no qualms against you, read that.
And he said, Master, say on.
So he said, Master, say on. No, he said that in a condescending, sarcastic way, like, Master, say on. Now, how do you know he meant it in a condescending way and not a genuine Master, say on? You know how you know? Because he already said, if this man was a prophet, he would know what woman touched him. So he don't believe that Christ is a prophet. They're saying, go on then, Master, go on, speak. Come on.
There was a certain creditor which had two debtors.
So Christ gave him a parable. There's a certain creditor like a loan shark or someone that gives out money. He had two debtors, two people that owed him money, read.
And one owed 500 pence.
One owed him 500 pence, read.
The other 50.
And the other owed him 50. One owed him 500. One owed him 50. As we all know, 50 is the largest sum. Sorry, 500 is the largest sum than 50, read.
And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both.
And this creditor forgave both of them. Money that owed him, and the person with little money that owed him, read.
Tell me therefore, which one of them will love him the most?
So which one will love him most? You ever know which one, innit?
Yeah.
Which one will love him most?
The one with the 500 they got.
Exactly. He got let off more. And that's what this woman was. This woman, she had a lot of sins, and Christ forgave her. That's why she was happy. Why do you think she was over the moon? Why do you think she was crying and hugging him and putting precious ointment on his feet? Read.
Simon answered and said, I suppose that he to whom he forgave most.
So he goes, well, suppose the man with 500, read.
And he said unto him, Thou hast rightly judged.
And Christ said, You're right. You're right. Read on.
And he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, Seest thou this woman?
Read.
I entered into thine house.
Read.
Thou gavest me no water for my feet.
So he's saying, he was disgusting and stuff. I came to your house, I'm your guest, and you didn't give me no water for my feet. We've been traveling, I got dust on my feet, you didn't give me no water. You're supposed to be a leader, you're supposed to help the people, not act like you're better than us. You're a leader, I come to your house, you're supposed to help me, you know what I mean, see what I need. You're a leader. When the MP gets elected, what does he say? I will give you guys fresh water, I will give you education, I'll make sure the crime is off your streets. You're supposed to help us. I come to your house, you didn't give me no water. We done?
I've washed my feet with her tears.
But this woman is a sinner and disgusting you look down on. She washed my feet. She owned my feet. This is your job, what you're supposed to be doing. I'm poor. I'm from Nazareth, you know. You're supposed to take me in, show me the way. This woman that you're looking down on, she's better than you. Everyone got that, yeah?
Okay.
Any question online now?
Also, too, that does show how these pastors are, because a lot of them, they don't care about your toll. If your car was to break down, they would just drive past you and act like, well, I don't know your music.
Exactly. And who do these pastors target? Black people. Exactly. You don't see white people in their mega church sermons. And these same black people are poor. The same black people, you know what I mean? We the people that wake up in the morning to go to work, you know what I mean? We put that key in the ignition and don't start. The same people at the bus stop. Yeah, the pastor saying, you know, if you got car problems, if you got job problems, a lot of us got job problems, a lot of us are unemployed. You're hiring us. You can give us some security work or something in the white man's, you know what I mean? In the white man's world at the moment. Just give us some work to do. You don't. You take our money and go back to you. Take our money, put on a show, keep us entertained for a week. You go back to your nice mansion. You don't help us, and that's your job. They're supposed to help us. You don't know in the week how we're eating. You don't know if our kids are eating cereal at night time or we're eating that corned beef sandwich. You don't know. Frank, you don't care. You put on a show in the week, go back to your place, next week do it all again. Ezekiel 34. All right, from 1.
Ezekiel 34:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying,
this is Ezekiel speaking, saying the word of the Lord, the word which came from the Most High, came to him. And this is what's going to say, read.
Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel.
And the Most High telling him to prophesy against the shepherds, correct them, prophesy against them, don't commend them, but tell them where they're going off, tell them where they're going wrong. And this prophecy is against the shepherds of Israel, the people that's leading us. It's going to tell us where they're going wrong, read.
Prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds, woe be to the shepherds of Israel.
And the Bible saying, woe being destruction, death and destruction to the leaders of blacks and Hispanics. Why? Read on.
That do feed themselves.
They do what?
That do feed themselves.
They feed themselves. Black people are hungry, starving. Or is Chris Fidel, is he starving? You know what I mean? I'm sure man's seen that belly. You see that belly? Is he starving?
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? You see Chris Fidel with that nice jet and that helicopter. Is he starving?
Nah.
You see one little Biden. Is she starving? Is who else to look up to? Farrakhan starving? You know what I mean? Well, he might be starving still. Rather than season still, but but he is starving. They feed themselves. But guess who's starving though? You know what I mean? That black man. You know what I mean? That black man who's sitting on the floor in the hot sun in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Got no money. Outside Burger King was starving. You know what I mean? That black man in that alley starving. That you know that black man just begging people outside the alcohol shop. He's starving. The black children, the 5 black children in that abandoned house with their mom, they're starving. But these pastors, they're starving. Meanwhile, that same black man on the floor, he pays tithes to that rich pastor. You know, he buys them books, he buys them DVDs, and he's starving. Meanwhile, the pastor living nice. Him and the kids are nice. You see that video, remember the pastor, he goes, he got like a certain $1,000 pen and a dog that speaks 3 languages and stuff like, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that.
Meanwhile, black people are starving. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Michael Jordan living nice, man. Black kids look up to him like his guts. You know, I want to be like Mike, man. Is that slogan? I want to be like Mike.
Yeah.
I want to be like Mike. Tiger Woods. You know, people buy the one glove, the Nike shoe off him, want to be like him. Meanwhile, he ain't helping black people. Even the rappers, their shepherds also. Our kids follow him. Our kids love him. Our kids, you know what I mean? They're the ones that come to your school and give a motivational speech. You know what I mean? Their kids keep your head down, follow your dreams. They are shepherds. They have black people. We buy their records. We make them rich. We buy the T-shirt and the banner and the poster. We go to their concerts and they help black people. No? So I can say something.
Yeah, in America there's another female one and she has a
TITHES.
Yeah.
Pastor TITHES.
The men go to her church.
That's TITHES. TIDDAY. TITHES.
Like TITHES. That's a real thing.
Yeah, and she has a.
Oh wow.
Alright, cool. Keep reading.
Alright. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks?
And that's what a shepherd does. Even on a carnal level, a shepherd is someone that tends to the sheep. Does the shepherd wake up in the morning, feed himself, meanwhile don't feed the sheep?
Nah.
So why are our shepherds doing that? Why are our shepherds feeding themselves? Why have they got a jet and a private plane and a helicopter? Why did they have a $4,000 pen? Why did they have a dog that speaks 3 languages? Why do they feed themselves and not us? Why are we hungry? Why are we poor? when our shepherds got links, our shepherds got money, our shepherds got connections? Why are we poor? Why are we in the bottom? Why are we on the bottom? Why is a black woman suffering court fees now, fighting the government about an endangered gorilla? When we got TD Jakes, we got Creflo Dollar, we got 50 Cent, these leaders, these MPs, we got them. So why are we suffering? They should be feeding us. We done.
Verse 3. Ye eat the fat.
And they eat the fat, man. They eat it for themselves. They don't share it. They eat it. Read.
And ye clothe you with the wool.
So everything that, all the benefits that the sheep give them, because they're shepherds, all the benefits that the sheep, like a shepherd will feed the sheep, take care of them, groom them, and in exchange, he gets fat. You know, he gets lamb chops, he gets the wood, he gets to clothe himself. But these shepherds ain't feeding black people, yet they're getting the benefits of the sheep. They're getting the wood, they're clothing themselves with it, they ain't clothing us with it. Read.
Ye kill them that are fed.
And them that are fed, them that read the Bible and know it, you kill them and say, oh, don't worry about that, man. Listen, God knows your heart. Them that are fed and go, you know what, it's wrong to be a homosexual, you know. You kill them, but listen, you're talking foolishness. If I'm not a good person, it doesn't matter. You think God cares about your sexuality? Come on, man. God is all knowing. You think God cares about your diet? Read on.
But ye feed not the flock.
And they don't feed the flock. Blacks and Hispanics are hungry out there, man. We're starving. We need knowledge. We need some advice. We need to know how to get off drugs. There's black people out there with suicidal thoughts in their brain, and shepherds ain't feeding them. They ain't telling them how to get off that. There's black people out there that are addicted to pornography, and they ain't teaching about that. They're not feeding the flock. Read.
Verse 4. The disease have ye not strengthened.
And we got diseased people in our neighborhood, man. People that are on drugs, strung out on drugs. People, we got pedophiles, child molesters that look on children and are attracted to them. We need people that will fix them, get them thoughts out of their head. But they're not fixing these diseased people, not helping them. Read.
Either have ye healed that which was sick.
And the sick people in our neighborhoods too, people that have got many diseases, you're not helping them. People that sit outside the liquor shop all day or the bookies all day, just drunk all day, you're not helping them. You know what I mean? It's your job to help them. These are your people, these are your brothers. The Most High gave you money, I put you in authority for this same reason. So you can help our people. Daniel was in Babylon, and Daniel had a high position. You think he took that position and just kept the money to himself? He helped black people with that same position. And these pastors are supposed to be, with that same money, doing drug programs and getting these black people off drugs. But they're not doing that. Because the Bible says, ye have not healed them that are sick. Read on.
That are sick. Either have ye bound up that which was broken.
And they ain't bound up that which is broken. Like when you have a broken arm, you get a bandage, you bind it up. Our people broken, and they ain't binding them up. They ain't fixing them up. They ain't putting them in drug rehabs. You know what I mean? A lot of our people can't even read. The literacy in Jamaica's high. You know what I mean? They ain't making no school programs, no GED programs for our people. They don't care. As long as their kids are fine. You know, you always hear a pastor say, you just go to church on Sunday, the pastor say, you know, my son goes to uni and got this and got that. But what about the rest of us? So I want to say something.
Yeah, shoot, in Jamaica, when a lot of them come to the UK, they have a hard time trying to count and read, and they try to make you do it, pretending like they can't be bothered with.
Exactly.
Truth is, they can't do it.
And would we have that problem if the pastors were doing their jobs? You know what I mean? What's the Prime Minister of Jamaica? Holiness. I don't really know. I don't understand Holiness. If he was doing his job, we wouldn't have this problem. But they don't care. You know what I mean? Come election time, they vote for me, man. I'll do this, I'll do that. Don't hear from him again, man. We'll carry on.
Bound, that's broken. Either have ye brought again that which was driven away.
Our people been driven away, been into many captivities, are in many religions, and they ain't bringing us back. They ain't saying, listen, Islam is not your religion, come back to the Lord. Christianity is not your religion, come back to the Lord. They ain't brought us back. We done?
Either have ye sought that which was lost.
And who's lost more than black people? Who thinks that we're Christian, Islam, Egyptologists? They ain't finding, we're lost, and they ain't seeking for us. All they want is that money. We done?
But with oath and with cruelty have ye ruled them?
They ruled over us with cruelty, we done.
And they were scattered because there was no effort.
Why, black people are scattered. Black people are in Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, the homosexuals. We are scattered. We're not one people. And why are we scattered? This is the reason why we're scattered. Read that again, verse 5.
And they were scattered because there was no effort.
And we're scattered for that reason. We don't have no leader. These people that we consider leaders are not leaders, and that's why we're scattered.
Right.
That's why the Indian man, all Indians are Muslim. They got good leadership. The Chinese man got Chinatown because he has good leadership, but we are scattered because we have no shepherd, and that's why we're at the bottom. That's why in one household you have a Muslim, a Christian, a Seventh-day Adventist. We got no shepherd. Read on.
And they became meat for all the beasts of the field.
And we became meat for the beasts of the field because we have no shepherd. The beasts of the field are the other nations. They eat us up. We are sheep, they are beasts. And beasts eat sheep. And we become meat for the beasts of the field because we don't have no shepherd. Because we don't have no shepherd and no leadership, guess what happens? The Asian man comes in our neighborhoods and sells us yam, sells our women hair products. They take all our money, and meanwhile we sit at the bottom because we don't have no leadership. We don't have no leadership that can say, look guys, let's have our own hair product shop. Let's have our own Jamaican food shop. That's why we're meat for the beasts of the field. We don't have our own neighborhood. We don't have our own takeaway shops. That's why the Chinese man can make a killing of us, and the Indian man can open up fish and chip shops. And then we are praying to them. They pray on us. They come to our neighborhood purposely, knowing that they can make money. To sit down and go, you know what? Black people like me. I don't know what they have. I don't know what the thinking is. I don't know what you do with it. You blew it, you sow it, but all know you can make a killing. And because we don't have no leadership, because we ain't got black people saying, no, it's okay, we got our own here. They can do that to us. We better pray unto them to sit back. You know how an eagle sits on the mountain and prays on his victim and comes down. That's what they did to us. How much money can they make off black people? They say what's this? This yam. I don't know what the hell it is. Black people love it. There's a lot of black people in Aston. We're gonna sell it. And then they extend their business. Chinese man say, you know what? Black people get drunk at night, you know. They like to eat at night. You know what? Takeaway. Indian man says, you know what? Black people like to smoke weed. I'm gonna start a business. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start a Philip Blunts. We are praying to them. You don't hear no one saying Chinese people like this and that. They don't. They got leadership. But because our people are on drugs and destroyed, they got no leadership. People, anything we like, stand it to us. They pray on us. Open their shops in our neighborhood. Nowadays, you see an off license 24 hours because they know black people get down. They know we sell them business. We sell them, you know what I mean? We sell them tobacco, anything they want. We come and pray to them because we ain't got no shepherd. You want to say something?
Yeah, also, whenever like someone does open up a black shop, they even fight against them to get the shop shut down. Like they try to outbid them.
Imagine it, like you're already extorting us. So I feel like it, dog. You're already extorting us. When a black man wants to get some money that belongs to him, because we're all black, you say, nah, you can't get that. You know what I mean? That black money is ours. You can't get that. All right, cool. Give me Mark 12:1.
All right, the book of Mark, chapter 12 and verse 1. And he began to speak unto them by parables.
So Christ speaking to the Pharisees by parable. A parable is a dark saying, like a riddle or a mystery. We done?
A certain man planted a vineyard.
So a certain man had a vineyard,
and set a hedge about it.
And he put a hedge about this vineyard. Give me Isaiah 5 and 7. Vineyard man, real quick. We're going to find out who this vineyard is.
Book of Isaiah chapter 5 verse 7. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel.
Is who?
The house of Israel.
So the vineyard is Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Now go back to Mark 12:1.
Mark 12:1. And he began to speak unto them by parables. A certain man planted a vineyard.
So the certain man is Christ. The certain man is the Most High. The Most High had a vineyard. The Most High had the blacks, the Hispanics, the Israelites, his chosen people. We done?
And set a hedge about it.
And he put a hedge around it, put us in our own land, put protection over us. People couldn't come into our neighborhood and kill us like how they killed Mark Duggan. People couldn't come into our neighborhood and extort us and open up Chinese shops and Chinese restaurants and hair shops. The Most High put a hedge around us, read.
And dig a place for the wine fat.
We had a wine fat in there. That's why you crush your grapes to make wine. We had our own businesses. We're living good in that land, read.
And built a tower and let it out to husbandmen.
And husbandmen are farmers. You know what I mean? The Most High, He gave us leaders. He gave us farmers. A farmer is someone that will make sure the vineyard is kept good, make sure the grapes are kept good. But this vineyard is Israel. And the Most High gave us husbandmen. He gave us farmers, gave us leaders that will make sure that the grass is cut. You know what I mean? Make sure that blacks and Hispanics are not homosexuals. Make sure that we're doing good. Make sure that we're not hungry. Make sure that we're not poor.
That's like it. The word husband, is that why, is where the word husbandman comes from for people that plant seeds and all that?
Yeah, husbandman is what that plant seeds. Hence why when a woman has a husband, she plants a seed in there. That's where you get it from. Farmer, whatever. You got that from here?
Yeah. Husbandman, and went into a far country.
So the Most High left his vineyard. He left Israel to these husbandmen. He left them to these leaders, these scribes and Pharisees, the people that we look up to, the people that are supposed to be helping us, supposed to be giving us advice. He left us in their hands. Read.
And at the season, he sent to the husbandman a servant, that he might receive from the husbandman of the fruit of the vineyard.
And the servant is the prophets. The Most High sent prophets to Israel to correct our husbandmen when they're going up. When the husbandmen were getting greedy, weren't treating the people properly, the Most High sent prophets to correct them. Read.
Verse 3, and they caught him and beat him and sent him away empty.
And that's what you got. All you got to do is read the Bible, read the Old Testament. What happens every time the Most High sent a prophet to Israel to correct these leaders? What happened? You know what happened? They will kill the prophet. They'll get offended and say, listen, who are you telling us anything? And they will kill the prophet. And this is what this parable is about now. You know what I mean? Our leaders are always the murderers. You know what I mean? They always don't know what they're on about. Go read on.
Verse 4, and again he sent unto them another servant.
And the Moses sent another prophet. The scripture trying to say in Jerusalem to kill the prophets. Okay. That's a precept for this. We done?
And at him they cast stones and wounded him in the head and sent him away shamefully handled.
We done?
Verse 5, and again he sent another, and him they killed, and many others, beating some and killing some.
There you go. The Moses sent many prophets to correct our people. He sent many prophets to correct our people, and always he was killing them. It ain't nothing different. When we go to these same prophets, these same TJs, I.S.U.P.K, and teaching the Bible, what happens? They say we're liars. You know what I mean? If Christ came today, these same people want to crucify him again. You know what I mean? It's our leaders that killed Christ, our leaders that said, you know what, crucify him. We got no leader but Caesar. And they ain't changed at all. They're exactly the same people today. You know what I mean? We're telling the leaders, listen, stop telling the people it's okay to be homosexual. What will happen? They'll lose their members. Like now I got money to make right about now. We done? Verse 6.
Verse 6. Having it therefore one son, his well beloved, he sent him also last unto them.
So the Most High had one son. That one son is well beloved. Sending all his prophets, he sent his son. Read on.
Saying, they will reverence my son.
So the Most High thought, well, this is my son, so they must reverence him. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be following me. They say they're men of God. So my son at least, they must follow him. They must do, because they say they're men of God. It's my vineyard. I'll put them in charge. I'm sending my son, which is Christ. They must at least respect him. We done?
But those husbandmen said among themselves, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him.
They said what?
Let us kill him.
And that's what they'll say today. You know what I mean? You think TJ is the man of God. Let Christ come back tomorrow and say, listen, if Christ was here today and go, listen, TJ, homosexuality is wrong, TJ will lose half his members. So what, you think you're going to let Christ take over? You're going to say, who's this man walking around called Christ? Talking about homosexuality is wrong. They will kill him again. He's saying, if Christ comes to criminality, they'll criminality, listen, you got to give some of that money back, you know. You think criminality will do it? You know what I mean? He want the Most High dead again. You know what I mean? We done?
And the inheritance shall be ours.
There you go. The inheritance shall be ours. The inheritance, the vineyard. They want the grapes. They want the juice. They want all the fatness of the graveyard. They want it. And Christ, he wants black people. He wants the money that black people bring. He wants them. He wants some CD sales and book sales. And with Christ around, he can't get that. Christ it's against the law to extort black people, so he can't do that. He wants black people for himself. You know, he wants that money. He wants that type of money. We done.
Verse 8, and they took him and killed him.
And they killed Christ. And that's what these pastors will do today. The Christ are here today. They say they love Christ and Christ, you know, my Savior. They will kill Christ. If Christ are on the scene today, Christ could not sell one book. You know what I mean? His show will not be on the gun channel. There'll be no money for him to walk on. What we done?
And cast him out the vineyard.
And they kicked him out the vineyard. We done?
Verse 9. What shall therefore the Lord of the vineyard do?
So what's the Lord going to do to the vineyard? We done?
He will come and destroy the husbandmen, and will give the vineyard unto others.
Unto who?
Unto others.
So these pastors are lousy husbandmen. They're lousy. They're not doing their job properly. And the most going to take it from them. And you know who the new husbandmen are?
The
I.S.U.P.K. That's right. GEN.YAHANNA. That's the new husbandman. You know what I mean? Officer Parasha. That's the new husbandman. The most are going to take the power from these worthless TJs, from these worthless crap dollars, and give it to brothers with the baggy jeans, brothers that grew up in Aston, brothers that grew up in Handsworth, that changed their lives, and then change their life and then prove to the Most High that they're worthy to lead these people. That's who the Most High is going to give it to. You know what I mean? Christ said, those that have been into my supper shall not taste of my supper. You know what I mean? Christ went to the Pharisees, he went to the scribes, they rejected him. And what did he do? Christ went to Aston, he went to Handsworth, he went to that abandoned building. You know what I mean? He went to that poor school and he got brothers from there. He got men like Peter and James, men that were fishermen. They weren't goldsmiths, they weren't bankers, they were fishermen. Hey, fishermen, not a good job, you know. You're out there on a boat, casting nets into the ocean, got a fishing rod. And so all of that, when you carry it to market, you get about a pound of fish. That's it. Men like that, men who's far from when my dad's so and so and so from, you know, head priest, blah, blah, blah. Just regular men. And they became the top priests, they became the 12 disciples. They're the ones that are going to rule in the kingdom to come. They were his right hand men. They could cast out demons. Meanwhile, the Pharisees couldn't. That's what Christ did. The most are going to give that top rulership unto men in the ghetto. So these men don't deserve it. So I can say something.
Yeah, also with that parable about those that are bidden, even towards the end it goes, there was yet room, but with those men, they can't enter. So there's room.
Get that for me. Get that for me. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think Matthew 22:9 or Luke 14:13.
The Matthew is it?
It's not Matthew. What did one?
Luke 14 and 13.
Feast. Make a feast, call the poor.
That's the one, that's the one. Is it Luke?
Start from verse 12, I think.
Luke 7 and 12?
14 and 12. Book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 12. Then said he, then said he also to him that bade him, when thou makest a dinner or a supper, call not thy friends, nor thy brethren, neither thy kinsmen, nor thy rich neighbours, lest they also bid thee again. Read. A recompense be made thee.
So you know what? Let me get that one down. This is the one.
It's another parable. It's in the 16th verse, Luke 14:16, and down to the.
Okay, yeah, give me that. Verse 16.
Book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 16. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many.
So this man, the Lord had a great supper, the kingdom of heaven, and he bade many. Bade means to invite. He invited many people. Read.
And he sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready.
So the certain men that was invited, like your scribes and Pharisees, the top leaders, they were invited. And he sent his servant. In ancient times, you know, they didn't have WhatsApp, you know, your steady servant, you know, he'll go there with the envelope and so forth, and he'll invite them. You done?
And they all with one consent began to make excuse.
So all these people that were bidden initially, these scribes and Pharisees, you know, the people that deserve to be in there, you know, the people that most I put in charge, started to make excuse. That's what happened when Christ came. Christ came to fix them like, nah, it's okay. Read.
Sorry. The first said unto him, piece of ground, and I must. Sorry.
Read it again. Well, take your time.
I have brought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it.
So the first thing, I just bought a piece of land. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not sure if it's fertile. You know, I want to see it's stable. I ain't checked it out yet. I bought a new house. I don't know, like 10 bedroom, 2. I ain't really seen it. So I beg you be excused. I can't really come. Why read on?
I pray they have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I need to go prove them.
So I was like, you know, I bought 4 ox. They look strong, I'm not sure. I need to prove them and to put them on the land. See if they're strong. You know, I need to prove them. So another time, read.
I pray they have me excused. I have married a wife, therefore I cannot come.
So one that just got married, you know, come on, you can't expect me to come. I got married. You know what I mean? I ain't spend time with her. I don't know what she's about. You know what I mean? Read on.
So that servant came and showed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed. And
Okay, back to 21 again.
So that servant came and showed his lord these things.
So the servant came back and showed his lord, like these men that were meant to come to his feast. I showed them, I told them, you know, these leaders that's supposed to be in here. You know, the other leaders, just right there first, I told them to come, they had excuses. Read them.
Then the master of the house, being angry,
the master was angry. So what? They ain't coming. Read on.
Said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets.
The master, you know what? Go back out again. Go into the streets. Read.
And the lanes of the city.
Read.
And bring in hither the poor.
There you go. So these men were supposed to come in. These rich people, they were supposed to come in, but they're flocked. They're lame leaders. They don't know how to teach black people. So God said, you know what? Go out there. I'm gonna get the lame. Lame is someone who can't walk. Go get the poor. Read on.
And the maimed.
And the maimed, someone that can't walk. Read.
And the halt.
Read.
And the blind.
There you go. Mostly don't forget crocodile. Forget these men in nice suits and crocodile shoes. All these men that went to nice schools, got the best vocabulary. I want the black man that can't speak English properly. You know what I mean? I want the black man that went just to high school only, just secondary, didn't go uni, ain't got the college degree. I want him. I want a man that was an ex-drug dealer. Give me him. I want the man that was an ex-gunman. Give me him. I'm going to raise them man up and let them man go. Seeing as you men not want it. Read.
And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded.
And that's what happened. So that's just a parable. How these big leaders, God don't want them. You look up to crocodile like he's a man of God, and you look at the man with the baggy jeans like he's nothing. God wants him. He don't want Creflo. All right, drop that. Give me Matthew 23, 11. You're hot. You're hot.
From Matthew chapter 23, verse 11. But he that is greatest among you shall.
There you go. So he that is greatest among us. Today the greatest among us is Creflo, TD Jakes, Sharpton, Michael Jordan, your Jamaican, your Movados, your great MPs, the people, Barack Obama's, even though it's not our people think it's our people. He that is great among us, read,
shall be your servant.
Shall be what?
Your servant.
So why aren't these men serving us? A servant is someone that serves you. Why aren't they serving us? We're serving them. We fly them out to our church. We buy them alligator shoes. We pay for their kids to go to Harvard and go to Yale and Oxford and Winchester. We pay for them. They're serving us. We're serving them. The greatest among you shall be a servant. You know what I mean? Us at the I.S.U.P.K, we got rank. We studied this Bible. We are great. But we don't want to serve us. We serve you. We give online classes to you for free. Free of charge. Internet ain't free. But we take time out of our schedule. We could with our wives, with our children. But we take time out of our busy schedule to serve you. Because Christ is the greatest among you, the man with all the knowledge, the greatest man, he shall serve you. And that's what we do. That's why General Kabbalah Moth teaches Hebrew every Saturday, every Friday, but he could be at home with his wife. because he's here to serve you. He's great among you. He's been in the truth for what, 20 odd years. But he serves you. That's why Commander GEN.YAHANNA does a radio show every Monday, schedule, and answers any questions people have, because he serves you. And captains, they can't speak to their wives because they're busy on the phone with you, sorting your problem out, because we're serving you, we're service to you. You try to phone Clifford and ask him for help with your wife. Let your marriage be going down the drain, and you want some advice, and you phone Clifford you know what I mean? You get that ability on he can answer. You know what I mean? He's supposed to serve you. He's supposed to tell you how to run your house. He's not a pastor of God. And if he followed Christ, Christ said, the greatest among you shall be a servant. But he ain't servant. He's not a servant. But the men of the I.S.U.P.K, we are servants. We are servants. Every Saturday, you know what I mean? We slave all week. On a Saturday, we should be chilling with our kids. What are we doing? We're on the street corners for 5-6 hours, waking up blacks and Hispanics. We're here to serve you, black man. Internet ain't free, but we give you online classes free of charge because we serve you. Just like when you go to a restaurant, what happens? The waiter serves you. You know what I mean? You don't owe anything. Her job is to serve you and make sure you get the best service. That's what we do to you, black man. We make sure you get that last one Kodash, that holy tongue. We make sure you get them brotherhood classes. We make sure you get that counsel on your wife and your kids. We make sure you get them laws. Because we're servants. But Clifford, he's no servant. TDJs, he's no servant. You know what I mean? What's the name? What's her name? She ain't no servant. Michael Jordan, he ain't no servant. You pay top dollar and buy his trainers. You buy their books and their sermons. They ain't serving you. They ain't serving you. You're serving them. And Christ said, "As good servant, a good master, is meant to serve his servants." Read that again now.
Among you,
So Clifford was great. So great among us. He got the money. He got the big name for himself. He's known. He's great amongst us. We're just regular black people in the ghetto. He ain't. He's somebody. He's great among us.
shall be your servant. And whoso.
It's all right. So he should be serving us, but he's not. He's not. We buy his books. He gets richer and richer as we get poor. What sleep is he missing? Is he missing out on any sleep? You know, is he missing out on some quality time with his wife and kids? He's not. He ain't serving blacks and Hispanics. And a real leader serves their people. Akon serves his people. He has money. He'll kick back. But no, he's opening wells for his people over there in Senegal. You know what I mean? He's trying to get them clean water. He serves his people. Give me Jeremiah 14:2.
Alright, Jeremiah 14:2. Judah honor.
And the Bible says Judah mourner. The word Judah, the word Jew is an abbreviation of the word Judah. That's where it comes from. And the Bible says the real Jews are in mourning. You know what I mean? We're the ones who kids get shut down in the streets. You know what I mean? Not like them fake Jews over there. They ain't in mourning. They own Warner Brothers, the Diamond District. We're in mourning. We're the one in the ghetto. You know what I mean? We're the ones in Flint, Michigan, can't get no clean water. We're the ones who's our kids die in the streets and our parents can't get no payback. The policeman won't get locked up. You know what I mean? Madeline dies. Forensics going up to Spain. A black child gets put in a gorilla cage. Was angry. He should have died. God forbid you kill the gorilla. Have you done?
And the gates thereof languish.
And the gate is what you put around the city for protection. Them gates are our leaders. Our leaders are there to protect us. Our leaders say, listen, not one policeman is going to come in here and kill our people. But our gates languish. Give me the definition of language.
Right, the definition of language: to lose or to lack, to grow weak.
There you go. That's what I want. Our leaders are weak. They're weak. They're not there. They're not helping us. Black people are here to fend for ourselves. We don't have no leaders. It's like, you know what I mean? Where's our leaders at? That's why they can have halal chicken everywhere. That's why they can apparently it's a Muslim law that they need to bury the dead the second day. And the white man respects that. While your body's in the autopsy place for months and months, they can bury it the next day. Because he respects their laws, even though the white man ain't Muslim. Jot that, give me Matthew 23. And 1.
Book of Matthew chapter 23 verse 1. Then Jesus spoke to the multitude and his disciples.
So Jesus was around a group full of people, a multitude, a group full of people, and Christ was speaking to them and his disciples, read,
saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
And Moses was a famous prophet who gave the law. To this day, Moses is prophet. They make movies about Moses, and the scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. They're the ones sitting high up, executing judgment. That's like these pastors. They were talking about Pastor so and so and Pastor blah 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 and Pastor this, and they speak about them in high regard, like there's somebody. We done.
All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
So Christ said, anything they tell you to do, you do it. You know what I mean? They were teaching the law at that time. So Christ said, do it. The law's good. They're teaching the law. You do it. Read.
But do not ye after their words.
So Christ said, do what they tell you to do, because teaching the law, but don't follow them. Because they're the same men that were tied to keep the law of adultery, meanwhile commit adultery. So Christ said, do what they tell you to do, but don't follow them, because they're hypocrites. They don't keep the law. We done?
For they say and do not.
Read.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne.
So I can read that again.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne.
And that's what these pastors do. Put heavy burdens on people. You know what I mean? Tell a man coming out the world, you know, a man that used to be a galley saying, yo, you can only have one wife. Buying heavy burdens on man. Heavy burdens, you know. You know, I'm happy. The pastor puts some heavy burdens on people. You know what I mean? Tell a man that he can't drink. It's against the law to drink. That's nowhere in the Bible. Man come from work, you know, devil's on his back hard. He can't drink. He go crazy. That's why you got the weed. You get me? It makes it worse for him. So
and also, see, you know, they're told that they can't drink. They always get caught having to drink anyway. Someone really finds out.
Tell these men they can't drink. It's wrong to drink. Meanwhile, it's not wrong to drink. Putting heavy burdens on men that they can't do themselves. Read.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders.
And they give it to men. Like, listen, you can't drink. It's wrong to drink. You know what? You can't have no wife. You know what? You got to be celibate, man. That's what the Catholic priest doing it. It's right, man. You're pure within the Lord. You know what I mean? You're pure, no sex, celibate in the Bible. That's a grievous thing to carry, man. You know what I mean? Remember a woman? Or read that.
But they themselves will not move with one of their fingers.
But they won't help you. You can't have no wife, alright, bye. Are they coming out helping you, counseling you out? No, they're not. We done?
But all their works, but all their works they do for to be seen of men.
There you go. And that's your pastor today. If he works to be seen of men, you know, I'll be like, yo, pastor, blah, blah, blah. He's a man, you know. The other day he was speaking in tongues, you know. You know what I mean? They do charity work. Why? To be seen of men? Like, you know what? He gave certain domination to the African fund. Wow, he's a good man. He does work to be seen of men. Men look at him, all right, some man of God right there, you know. You know, it's like the man saw one of his best cars, you know, and gave it to African kids in need. You know what I mean? Just to be seen of men. He don't do it because it's right. Just to be seen of men, to get that glory. We done?
They make broad their phylacteries.
We done?
And enlarge the borders of their garments.
And they make broad their phylacteries, man. A phylactery was like it was a law written on a box that people used to put on their forehead at the time. And the pastor had the big one, the massive one. He made broader phylacteries. People looking like, rah. Like, you know what I mean? This man's serious? It's like you got to live with the Bible. You know what I mean? And I go with a big Bible. Huge people that look at the man of God. And I'm with a big Bible, like, right, serious? You got the big phylacteries, you got the fringes, the long fringes, the long that blow in the wind. People looking like that's the man of God right there, man. And that's what you see today. You see the man with a nice, crisp suit, you know, with the seam in there, shiny crocodile shoes. People looking like that's the man of God right there, you know. He got the fat gold cross around his neck. You know what I mean? That's the pastor today. He walks around with his phylacteries and the biggest garments, read.
And love the uppermost rooms at feasts.
And when it comes to the feast, they ain't sitting with everybody else. You know what I mean? They gotta be at that. What's it called, man? When you go to the football game at the top, or the penthouse, the skybox, he ain't sitting with everybody else. He got that big seat special. You know what I mean? God forbid to sit with you with everybody else in the regular seats. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You know?
And the chief seats in the synagogue.
And the chief is top. These are top seats in the synagogue. So when we've been out the Lord on the Sabbath day, the pastor walks in. You know what I mean? He walks through the aisle, goes up to the top. He sits down. You know what I mean? He's too nice with everyone else. He's not down there with us. He's better than us. We done?
And greetings in the markets.
When he's walking, I'm like, Pastor, you know what I mean? He's walking back in all the greetings in the markets. When he's buying his meat, everyone's hailing him up. Like, yo, Pastor, you good? You know what I mean? He wants that glory. We done?
And to be called of men, Rabbi.
I'm like, yo, Pastor. You know what I mean? Rabbi means master. That's what he wants. Oh, you're right. How you doing, Pastor? How you doing, Pastor? How you doing, Rabbi? You know what I mean? That's what this man wants. Drop that. Give me not drop it, sorry, skip it. Give me alright, verse 13.
But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men, for ye neither go in yourselves.
There you go. So these men, they ain't getting the kingdom out. You about to shut up other people. You know, I remember I went to church one time, you know, I had braids. A woman saying, you know, men should have braids, you know. They're shutting the kingdom up for me, saying you can't get in, you got braids. Meanwhile, they ain't getting in themselves, but the pork they eat, they ain't getting in. You know what I mean? They say you two are living in sin. Why? You ain't married, you know, got a ring on your finger. You know what I mean? Got a man and a woman feeling guilty when they made for each other, you know what I mean? God put together, got them feeling guilty, saying, you know what I mean? God says you have to go before the priest and have the ring and all that stuff there. Got them feeling guilty. Shut up the kingdom for them. Meanwhile, they ain't going in. The amount of pork they eat, the amount of Sunday worship they eat, they ain't getting themselves. Read that again for the top.
But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
Destruction to scribes and Pharisees, black leaders. Read.
Hypocrites.
Someone that says one thing and does another. Read.
For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men.
So shut him up, man. You guys are living in sin. You're not married. You got a ring on your finger. I saw you in the bookies putting a fire on the horse. You know, you can't do that, man. That's wrong. Shut up the kingdom for other people. You know, I saw you take a shot at the key the other day. You know what I mean? You can read that.
For ye neither go in yourselves.
Well, you go in yourself. The amount of pork they're eating, the amount of what's called the Christmas service, the Halloween service that they kept last week. They ain't going in themselves. Are we done?
Neither suffer ye that are entering to go in.
Are we done?
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
Again, destruction to these black leaders. Read.
Hypocrites.
Someone that says one thing and doesn't have a read.
For ye devour widows' houses.
A widow is someone that hasn't got a husband. You know what I mean? Someone that husband died. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Who's known for running up in a woman's house when the husband's not at home or dies? Come on, man. You see Friday? You see Miss Parker with the pastor? Come on, man. You see everybody hates Chris? Yeah. With the funeral man, the pastor. And sleep with every woman that husband dies. Come on, man. I don't have to break that down. Read on.
And for a pretense, make long prayer.
And they make long, come on, again, man, that's break it down. Who's in the church speaking aloud, man? Say, oh, God, Lord, God. And then making long prayers so everyone can hear. Come on. I'm making this up. This is a pastor today. Who does this? When you go to the church now, who's making that big prayer, man? You can pray to yourself. You pray to the Most High in quiet, man, in your closet. Who's busting out with them big prayers for everybody? Your pastor, you're not sitting as well. Christians always talk about scribes and Pharisees. Always not knowing that that's them. You know, who's the one spazzing out in the aisle of the church, speaking loud, making long pretense of prayers? So I'm going to say something.
Yeah, I remember when I was young and the pastor is praying for ages, like my hands were like literally heavy from holding him up and like, my feet was hurting and I looked around and it wasn't only me, everyone else kind of looking around and they had a big clock on the wall and everyone was kind of looking at the clock like,
That's true. I have practiced some long prayers, man. You close your eyes for ages. You have to peep, man. The way the preachers, the way they pray so long, you gotta supposed to peep, man. You know what I mean? There's no need. That's long, man. All the emotional stuff. Well, read that.
Therefore, ye shall receive the greater damnation.
And these pastors are gonna get the greater damnation. You know what I mean? Because they're supposed to be leading God's people, but because of them, God's people's falling. Therefore, they're going to get the greater damnation. Read that.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte.
They're going to proselyte. What's a proselyte? A convert. So they pass sea and land. They're on that God channel. You know what I mean? They're pushing their books. They're doing the missionary work. They cross sea and land to get that one convert. Read.
Hey, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves.
And when you finally get that proselyte, that convert, you make him worse. You know what I mean? There it is. That black man is on cocaine. And he says to himself, you know what? I want to change my life, man. I'm tired of being on cocaine. What happens? He goes to a Christian church. Now, he ate on coke, but it's worse. Now he's a homosexual.
That's right.
Now his woman rules over him. Now he's celebrating Easter, Christmas tree in the house. That's what they do, man. They pass sea and land. They get that one convert and they make him worse. 2 times the child of hell. All right, drop that. Give me Acts 4:35. Is this on? Someone got... What's it? 5 minutes, yeah? All right, bond that. Give me 1 Timothy 3:3. Last one, all right.
First book of Timothy, chapter 3, verse 3. Not given to wine, no striker.
One more. Go one, please.
It's like the first book of Timothy, chapter 3, verse 2. A bishop then must be blameless.
So a bishop, a ruler, someone in the church, someone of high authority, someone that's, qualified to lead blacks, Hispanics. Read.
The husband of one wife.
That don't mean what you think it means. All it means is that when black people are married to the game, this man got to be the husband of one wife. You know what I mean? He's got to be married to this book. This is, you know what I mean? There's another breakdown that's going to go in there, but that's a short on time, so we can't get it now. But go on.
Vigilant.
So vigilant, someone with the eyes open. As we said last time, our watchmen are blind. You know what I mean? They're not awake. We need watchmen that are vigilant. They're awake. They can see things happening. Read.
Sober.
You know what I mean? Physically sober, even spiritually sober. We don't need someone who's docile. You know what I mean? If a black baby gets in a gorilla cage and they're not aware of the news, what happened? We still have vision on this thing. We learn
of good behavior.
Someone of good behavior. Read.
Given to hospitality.
Read.
Apt to teach.
These pastors, false pastors, they're not apt to teach. These are the requirements of a leader. And Creflo don't fit one of these requirements.
Right.
He ain't apt to teach. He ain't vigilant. He ain't talking about what's going on in the black community. He's not talking about the black child that was put in the gorilla's cage. He's not talking about black on black crime. He ain't vigilant. He ain't sober. He's not awake. Read.
Not given to wine.
Read.
No striker.
You know?
Not greedy. A filthy lucre.
Oh, there you go, man. He can't be a pastor. It's really just don't fit the credentials. You know what I mean? A pastor can't, a leader of black people can't be greedy for filthy lucre. And Creflo, come on, man. You don't fit that. Pastor, please give me the definition of lucre, please. Please. Lost it. We're going to do what lucre is. So a pastor, a leader of black people can't be greedy for filthy lucre. We're going to find out what lucre is.
All right, the definition of lucre, it means cash, hard cash, riches, wealth. Lucre.
There you go. I can't say no more. A pastor can't be greedy for money. Pastor, give me some. Read some of the books and we wrap up.
Books by Creflo Dollar. Confidence of God.
There you go. Why do you think you made them books for money, man? We another one.
Total Life of Prosperity.
What?
Of Prosperity.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Don't bother, man. That's it. Wrap up. You know what I mean? You don't fit the credentials. I'm sorry. So, again, if that's your leader, you're going to follow him. I don't know what to say. But you're going to wrap up now. You got the class, you know what I mean, Monday to Friday. We also got, from the Berlin area, outside the pavilion, you camp, wrap up, travel to whenever. Monday, 2 a.m. If you can, stay awake. Command GEN.YAHANNA's live radio station. Tuesday, 12 a.m. Brotherhood. Wednesday, 12 a.m. the law class. Thursday, 12 a.m. Bible breakdown with all your questions. Friday, 12 a.m. the last one, Kodash, the Holy Tongue. Saturday, what time is Saturday one, Russia?
That'll be 5 p.m.
5 p.m. the Sabbath service. You know, we got loads of operations going on. We got lectures, everything. Log on to I.S.U.P.K UK. That's on YouTube. Go on YouTube, type in I.S.U.P.K UK. Watch all our videos, like them, and pay tithes as well. 10% of all your earnings. And with that, we say shalom.
All right. That was a powerful class. Let's give him a hand. The security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. Whenever a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. Transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the heads to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the heads to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to the Treasury Department or each priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, Feast of Weeks, or as people call the Feast of Pentecost. Remind Akim and no Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we're going to get to the Lord's Prayer. Everyone rise and face the east. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahawa, Malakwaka, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, the Thundernawa, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Ailawa, Banasayawan, Abashinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Kamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahapapara, La'aiwalamyam, Aman. And in English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy